Hiya, it's Amanda here from Lolli Lulu Crafts, and today I have in front of me the latest Sue Wilson collections, or at least a selection of things from Sue Wilson's latest release. It's literally, when I'm doing this video, just been released today. By the time the video comes out, it will be a couple of days later, but it is literally brand new. Now, I haven't got all of the collections that have been released. I've got one complete collection, and then I've got a little bit of some of the others, and I think I missed out completely one of them. It just, the way I picked things, it just happened to fall that way. But I think I've got a nice selection to give you a good idea of what the new collections are like, or the new release, perhaps I should say. And it is absolutely stunning, and I just think what she does is brilliant, and I love it. So let's get cracking and have a look at these new dies. Okay, so the first thing I've got here is the New Zealand collection. I have here the complete collection. I loved it so much, I got all of it. I thought it was stunning. There is also an Australia collection, which for some reason I didn't get anything from. I was intending on getting a little bit of something from all of the collections, and then this one completely. But I somehow missed out Australia, so sorry about that, but it is stunning, so do take a peek at that as well. But coming back to our New Zealand collection, it's gorgeous. It's so pretty, and there's 6 sets in here, and they're all very different, but they all gonna work so well together. So let's take a closer look at these. Now, I'm sorry about the reflection. I'm trying to stop that as best I can for you. So that is our tag. This is called tag, and here it is on the back. And the detail is absolutely gorgeous. So you can see here on the front that it's showing you that you can have it with an open area here or a solid piece of card, which is really nice. Then we've got the Hamilton, which I think is beautiful. In fact, I think they're all beautiful. I'm going to spend the entire time saying, oh my god, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that lovely? Again, the detail. And then we've got the Wellington. I love this in the middle here, and I love all the different layers here, because if you look, what we've got is we've got this piece here, the decorative element, the sort of frame. You can have that with or without the external border, so you could have it into your piece of card just, and then have a square piece of card around it, and you've just got this lovely sort of frame cut into the card. Or you can cut the frame out with the decorative element, or without. You could just cut this outside edge piece. But then you've got this layer here, just another, but you've got two of them, just a single cut line. So you've got one, this piece in the middle will cut just as it is with no outside cut line, or you can put that cut line in there, or you could go a bit wider and put that one in. And the same with this one. You've got the frame here, so you could cut it completely as a frame using the outside edge and the inside edge. You could cut this so that the inner cut line was just a little bit wider, so you had a little blank space between. You could not cut these at all and just have it completely plain in the middle and stamp a sentiment or something. You could not cut those at all, but put this piece in the middle. I mean, there's so many combinations. I could go on and on and on, but having these external cut lines as separate dies is what gives you all these opportunities. And then having two here really means you can layer things up. And if you look here, you've got this shape here, and I am sure when you can see it by eye, this line here, that's the same shape as these. And then I think if you put this one, it would sit inside, probably just the same size as this piece here. So you've got mats and layers for that shape as well, so that's great. They don't repeat themselves at all. And I think on this next one we're going to find that this goes up a size, but let me just show you this one. Isn't that beautiful? This is the Auckland, and again you've got that shape in the middle here and here on the outside edge actually, but that one is going up, I think, for, yeah, if you look at that, it's slightly bigger. So again, you can go up a size, and of course then you've got this one here, which is the very big size. So you're going to end up with a great sort of nesting set of this shape as well as everything else. And that's the beauty of quite often of getting the complete set, because you get the benefit of the sort of collections. And this one I think is stunning. This is the background one. And if you look here, look, we've got, camera catch up, we've got all that embossing as well as the cutting. It didn't really, you could just see it there on the picture. And again, we've got that shape here in the middle. So that's going to mat into those ones somehow. Not quite sure where at this point, but I know historically they don't repeat themselves within the collection, those shapes. You don't have that shape in the same size across all the dies. You will get them slightly different sizing, which I think is great. So that's that one. Isn't that beautiful? And then perhaps my favourite of the collection is this border. Isn't that beautiful? This is the Nobel border. And the detail, look at that. I mean, that is one heck of a border, isn't it? I mean, look, just for sizing. So I think this is a really stunning collection. As I said, I love the fact that we've not only got all these beautiful dies, we've got a great set of nesting dies in that shape as well. Okay, so that's the New Zealand collection. But while we're just on the New Zealand collection, I also got 2 sets of these stamps to die for, and these two go with our New Zealand collection here. So this one goes with the Wellington. So this one goes with this, and you can see. So basically you're going to stamp this. So you can see the sizing now when you put the two together like that. You'll stamp this. You'll get that gorgeous design, and then you can cut around the edge just to cut that edge out. Now that's like the very basic technique for that. That's like, there's other things that you can do, but that's kind of the sort of standard one. But I know that Sue does all sorts of other things as well with this to get a different look. But there are other stamps that would go with this set. I just happened to pick this one because I just thought it was so nice. So that goes with that. And then we've got this one. Oh, that one was called Lily Corner. Then I've got this one, which I just thought was absolutely stunning with all that work, and the drawing on that is incredible. And this one is called Heritage Flourish, and this goes with our Hamilton here. So you can see immediately the outside edge is going to fit perfectly, and you can see the sizing there. Okay, so Sue launched some more striplets in this release, and of those that she released, I picked out this one called Ravello. I just thought it was so lovely. I love the way they kind of come together and stuff. I just thought it was really nice, and I could really see you could do several of these and get a really cool background effect or whatever. And again, with this you've got the 2 dies, so you've got it so you don't have to cut it out. So like I was saying, if I did a whole row of them to make a background, I wouldn't use this outer edge. I would just keep cutting it without the outer edge, so it didn't cut through the center of each of those panels, and I'd have to stick them onto something. I mean, you could use that technique, and I just thought that was so pretty. I haven't actually got very many of these striplets. I think this is only the second one, and I don't know why, because I really like them. And then also she launched some more of these Gemini collections. This is a mini Gemini, and this is Aquila. I'm not sure how you say it, to be honest. But I love the way, and I'm a Gemini, so I love the way that you can swap that around. And this particular one is very distinctive, how it changes the look of it, and I think that's really cool. And the way that that works is because there's a cutting edge on this side, a die separate, and a die separate on this side, so you can choose which side, if any. I mean, you don't have to have a cutting edge on either side if you don't want to, but you could decide which side it is. So I think that looks really nice. And then I got a couple of the frames and tags collections. I had some of these, I think, that in my last order. I'd only just ordered actually, and then I got an email through about the new launch coming, so I put a pre-order in so I'd get these in quickly. But I'd already got, I think, some of these, and I really like them, and they come with stamps as well if you wanted to pick some stamps to go with them. Well, at least they did last time. And I just think they're really, really nice. So we've got Maggie here and Lauren. So just a little bit of a more closer look here. Again, you can see there's this darker area is showing you, where the embossing would be if you popped it through. And on here, you've got the outer edge, your lacy design, an inner circle, always helpful, just a plain circle, and then your lovely sort of fretwork almost, isn't it? Beautiful. So that is Maggie. And then we've got Lauren. I really like this with the little heart sort of shapes. I thought that's so sweet. And yet, if you don't want to, it doesn't have to look like hearts, but you could emphasize that if you wanted to, but it doesn't have to. And then it also comes with a little tag. So this one has 6 dies in it. And if you look, you've got, again, the outside edge, your little lacy section, as I call it. Then you've got 2 ovals. So you've got those, and then you've got your tag, and then you've got the tags outside cutting edge as well. So that's Lauren, and I think that's so pretty as well. Then I got I went again, because I was trying, as I said, to get a little bit of something from everything. So that was my frames and tags, and I got 2. She also launched some finishing touches, and I went for the beaded swirl flourish. I just thought that was so pretty, and I could really see that working behind just some flowers as a little extra element and stuff when you put it on the card. And the detail again is so amazing, so I really like that one. And then again, just going into another one of the sections that she launched is the configurations. I have to say this is probably one of the hardest ones to choose in many ways, because there were so many good configurations. There was no question that I was getting this one because I just fell in love with it immediately, but I really wanted to get some of the others, but you have to be sensible. So this is Magnolia Adornment, and as you can see, look, putting 4 together here, or 2 together rather, sorry, creates a lovely kind of ball of magnolias, which is stunning. But you can also do that in these different ways as well, as just a suggestion. And then that's the actual die. So again, the reason you could do, say, this one here in the center of a square piece of card is you wouldn't have to put the cut edge around it, so you could leave that just as a nice element, a lacy section in the middle of your card and not cut out. Or you could use this and cut it out and layer it up. I mean, there's all sorts of options, but I just thought that was so pretty. Now this next one I think is quite a diverse, sort of quite off from what she normally does, a completely different sort of style. This is from the Perspectives, and again there was a couple of different ones in this collection. Now I went for this one because I think for me this is the kind of card that I do more frequently, which is the happy birthday cards. So I went for this. So you've got your happy, your inner, your outer, the birthday, wishes, anniversary, birthday, happy to you, day, thoughts, birthday, and then the same again. Of course that's just the inner of those. It's not got, see, that die will cut, so that was wishes, so it will cut out all those little letters, but it will also leave behind that. So this is just showing you that that can do those different things. But there's another example here, look, that you can fit the birthday, for example, cut that out of the inside of the happy there, like that, and stuff like that. It's kind of cool that it all fits together. And I think that's quite different from her normal styling, which I think is, you know, it's nice to see something different. I love her normal style, and I wouldn't like to see too much of this because I like what she does already, but it's nice and fun to see something a bit different. And then I also got, and again there was a couple I think for each one, because there was one that said smile, I think there was another one that said thank you, I can't quite remember, but I know there was a smile. But I got the stamp for this, and this is called Zentangled Happy, but again there was different ones for each, but you could then stamp that and then cut around it, either keeping the letter, so if you stamped it then cut it, you'd end up with the stamps on the letters that fell out, but if you cut it and then layered this onto a piece of card, so this piece onto a piece of card, then stamped through, I think you'd have to stamp on the piece of card that was behind first, because you wouldn't stamp through very easily. It would have a chance that it wouldn't stamp properly. But stamp on your plain piece of card, cut this out, line it up over the top, so you could do it that way, or you could stamp and then die cut, and you'd have the stamping on these letters here, which is cool. And what I like, and I've just noticed, is that that has got a line across the bottom, so you're not going to have to worry with this bigger one and this one here that the letters are going to be all over the place. And you could snip them apart if you wanted to, but initially they're going to be all together as one, so you haven't got to worry about positioning. So that is those two. So that is all of the new collection, the one that has literally just launched. But just about a week before that I did purchase some other dies. You would have seen some of them because I made that get well card using some of those dies that I'd bought, but I thought I'd show you the rest because I didn't do that on that video. So let me just get those and show you. Okay, so the first one I've got here is the classic fold over flowers, the finishing touches collection. That just fascinates me, and more than anything I'm just dying to try it. I think it looks amazing, and I love that you've got the two sizes. And I reckon, I mean, this looks like it's been done in the felt, which is what gave me the inspiration. I reckon the felt would be great to do these in. So that's one of them. And then I got finishing touches laurel leaves. Again, I just thought that would look so nice. I've seen Sue pop those behind when she makes the flowers and stuff, or just puts flowers on, just pops a couple of those behind, and I just think it looks so nice. The shaping is just lovely, so I thought that would be great. Okay, and then I got this Configurations Charming Lace Trim. I think that's just such a pretty, delicate piece that could go peeping out from under so many different other elements, or just one of your squares and just pop it on the bottom or something. I just think it's got such potential, and it's a single die, and it has a cut edge, and Daisy's hair, a cut edge on all sides all the way around. But isn't it just absolutely pretty? I thought that was lovely. Then we've got this one called Grace. This is from the Frames and Tags collection. So I was saying to you before that there'd been Frames and Tags previously, and I'd purchased them, and I thought they were so pretty. And look at the detail on that. And again, you've got this piece, then the cut edge, so you could cut an aperture, because that inside piece has the cut edge on it, with like a little scalloped border, and then the rest of it is a square card or a round card, whatever, but you've only got that little piece in the middle that's cut out as a little aperture. So that's Grace. Then we've got Alessandra, and again you've got, I love the detail like here, look, you've got all these sort of embossing dots. Actually, I think they're probably cuts. I think they look sharp, pointy enough to be cutting dots, sort of piercing holes. But you've got all this detail. You've got that inner one, which again has the cutting edge on the inside of that piece. Then you've got another cutting piece, just single line on its own. Then you've got this lovely lacy bit, another cutting line, another lacy bit, and then an outside cutting line. And for this one I also purchased another stamp to die for, and this one is called Alessandra's Tea Rose Corner. I think that's just so pretty, and you can see how that's going to sit into that corner, that shape. Isn't that gorgeous? So that's really lovely. Now, I think you saw me use this one on the card, because I don't know if you saw me use it, but you saw that I had used it, because I used it just for these tiny little flowers. And the flowers came, I'm not sure if I actually showed you the die or not, I can't remember, but you've got this lovely beautiful border. Again, you can cut it into your card, or you can cut it out as a frame, or you can leave that centre piece not cut so it's a solid centre. And just, you know, stamp on it or whatever. So you've got all these options, and then of course you've got these lovely little flowers, which is what I cut. Okay, so there's that one, and that's called Frames and Tags Delicate Garden Frame. Oh, here we go, you can see there that she's shown you two options. So that's really pretty. Now this is the one that we used for the card on the other day. So this is the Heraldic Square. So as you can see, it's been well used. I've got to sort out putting my dies in the packaging, but I'm just trying to work out a system that I really want. Okay, so this is another Gemini die. This is Lira, and again you've got a cut side, a cut line both sides, which are separate, and then you've got the middle sort of flourishy section, so you can see how that reverses. Okay, and then these two were the ones that I was hankering after for ages. I've got the Nobel dies, both in double pierced squares and double pierced rectangles. So this is the squares. You get 10 dies, and as you can see, they're massive. And as I said, this again was what I used on that card, that Get Well card. And you can see here, this is what I discussed at the time in that card, was that you've got the piercing on both sides of the cut line. So whether you use it as a frame or as a square, you're going to get the piercing on it, which is really cool. And this is the one you didn't see the other day, and that's the rectangles. And you can see I haven't used that one yet, and isn't that lovely? And it's very big sizing. You can see, look, there's my hand, so you can compare it to that. So that is all of the dies that I've got just recently. Okay, so that is it. That is a look at my haul and a good selection of the latest, very latest dies that have been launched by Sue Wilson. So I hope you enjoyed having a look at these, and I'm sure that all you Sue Wilson fans out there are going to be rushing off to go and get these now, because they are absolutely stunning. And this just really scratches the surface with a lot of them, because there's, you know, each section that, like here, the configurations is one example, there's sort of 4 or 5 of them. I've just got one, so there's still loads more for you to look at. And I hope that your bank managers don't all hate me for showing you these, and I will see you again soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.